Today is a great day to be kind. I choose to maintain a positive mindset, nourish all my daily goals.
Hello there. From the let me flip you out. You're flipped out. I've just left my truck at in the gym industrial estate, or the industrial estate where the gym is rather. And I'm walking, because I'm still about that state life, walking into Stewarton because I'm popping in to see Corey to get a teeny tiny little finger tattoo. And then I'm coming back and I have my first big leg day of my new programme, because I've agreed with Meg that I'm kind of feeling back on track now. So I did my last deload session yesterday and I felt really good. Time to get back to it. Had a nice day so far. I had breakfast with Mum and then just did Maggie's PT session. As I say, I'm doing this and I'm going to train. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but I'm thinking I quite fancy going to Costa this afternoon to work, but I'll see how I feel after my leg session. Good morning, happy Wednesday. What's the story in Ballamore? Wouldn't I like to know? I am just on my way for what feels like dental appointment 575. So basically I have got 3 more, well 2 more after today, because it's now the whole root canal process. Oh, I forgot my headphone. Well, it can't take too long anyway, because I've randomly booked myself. Is it random? Don't know. I have booked myself in to get a blow dry afterwards, because I'm fed up with this mop. And also, when I consider when I last went in before my show to get my hair cut and stuff, like that blow dry basically lasted me nearly 2 weeks, which is insane. And I've always said that something I want to start doing is getting like fairly regular blow dries, because it just takes another job. Well, I don't blow dry my hair as it is, I just literally wash my hair and let it dry and do its thing. I don't even, like, I used to straighten my hair so that I could just get a brush through it, but I don't even do that anymore. Peak laziness. But at the same time, like, having my hair blow dried, like, even if I'm like, I've got it up in a ponytail when I'm at the gym and stuff, but having it blow dried just makes me feel a lot better about myself. So that's what I'm going to do. And I don't know why I'm over justifying getting my hair blow dried, but here we are. So yeah, so far that's the plan for today. It is a rest day from the gym. I had a really good session yesterday. It was like my first, I think I said it was my first kind of proper session, but I was literally there for about 2.5 hours. So I was saying to Meg, I was like, is that normal? And she was asking me like, how long do you take like resting in between sets? But sometimes like you've got to rest, because when you're really pushing yourself, and also given that it was my first kind of big session, not only since tail end of prep, but like in about more than 2 weeks. So I think it did take it out of me. I was quite I don't know, abracadabra. I was quite tired last night, but this morning I made some of my, I don't know if I'd shown you that I've got it. I bought this like ceremonial cacao, and initially, like, because you have to make it up on the hob obviously, and initially when I took a drink of it I was like, ooh, I don't like that. But as it kind of cooled down and kind of settled, it was actually really lovely, and it's very rich. It's not something that you have, as the name suggests, it's ceremonial. So I actually sat and drank it when I was sitting in front of my sad lamp and I was reading through my human design book, which I am obsessed with. I keep meaning to show you it. If I remember today, I've got it sitting out in the kitchen, so hopefully it'll remind me. If I remember today, I will show you. But if you do one thing in life, find out what your human design is. I've just realised it's like 6 minutes to 11 and I haven't got parked yet, and I need to. I've came to Tesco to park. I'll need to walk really fast. Why is this Tesco always so busy during the day? Who comes here? Probably people like me, but... Right, let's go. Pray for me.
Washing.
Da 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 da! New hair and a new mouth. Near enough. Not really. The anaesthetic was... Look, I still... See when I was trying... I'm nearly getting back to normal, so it's now like 1:20 past. I'm not gonna lie, I'm hiding in my truck. I'm actually... Espresso cart's like... over there. I have got one. I went and got one before I got my hair done. Shout out to Cheryl in Dunlop Macadam, who did this in 45 minutes and only cost £16. So I'm like, I'm definitely getting this done every week or every like week and a half or whatever. Like, because this, well, the curls are a bit crazy right now, but eventually they kind of drop out, and like even if I'll probably not brush my hair for a couple of days, but even when I brush my hair, like they'll kind of spring back to a kind of nice wave. Well, you've seen my hair when I've had it blow dried before, but you know what I mean. So yeah. But yeah, that man is wearing very tight jeans and he's only got little legs. So today was the next part of the root canal. So he got... I thought it was all the root, and then he was showing me an x-ray and he was like, there's a slight possibility we've not maybe got that down there now. And then he went, there's also a possibility that the root canal, you know, it could fail, so eventually you might need to get the tooth pulled anyway. And I'm like, but give me his due. He's very, like, efficient and quick. So I was in and out in about half an hour at the dentist. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I would rather have the anaesthetic than feel any sort of pain, because, you know, like, earache and toothache are two of the most horrific pains ever. I've yet to experience childbirth, but anyway. Toothache pain is up there with one of the worst. And so yeah, I got quite a lot of anaesthetic this time. When he was putting it in, I literally, like, felt myself being like, but it also meant that, like, I don't know if it's because of where it is, like, it went up and my eye was a bit, like, droopy, and then, like, this is me just getting back to normal now, because it was dead awkward, because I was trying to smile when I was, like, I went into SPACEGOODSSOCIETYMELANIE and I was like, I'm trying to smile, and Stuart, like, the owner was like, can tell you're trying. But, yeah, so I am now, I'd made some food, and, oh, there's my white Lambo. I wonder if he's coming down here. Oh, yes. I wonder if he's going to come by. Like, wait now, see if I can get him. I don't know if you can see. Can you see in there? He's parking. Anyway, yeah, I had made up my second meal. And if I'm honest, I am hiding from mum. No, that sounds awful. I can appreciate now, like, when you're a parent, you know, and you know when you get those moments of, like, quiet or time to yourself, or sometimes if you're, like, nap trapped in the car. But I just decided to eat this before I go home and have to deal with mum going, the printer isn't working, can you do this, can you order this, can you do this, like every 2 minutes. Love her, but also I'm enjoying sitting watching Tom and Elle's Disney travel to Disney vlog and eating this. I've got a reverse park manoeuvre going on here. Anyway, bye! Look what I've finally done! Da 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 da! I don't know why I put off doing this for so long, because it literally took me like 5 minutes. Question is though, do I keep the badge numbers or do I just have the bikinis? I can't decide. Good morning. It is actually still morning. Happy Thursday. The pendulum effect is I guess what's annoyed at myself, I don't know why I'm like this. Like, see if I was talking to someone on FaceTime when I was like walking by someone, I wouldn't just throw my phone down. So I don't know why I get embarrassed talking to my camera in public. But what was I saying? Yeah, the pendulum effect is real. So yesterday I had the most like incredible day in terms of like synchronicities and signs and general overall good things happening. I ended up working from the sofa most of the day. But in the morning when I was doing my kind of like journaling practice, I'd said, or I'd asked the universe to like give me signs of it being there for me and stuff. And that was all happening, and I was like reading through my human design and things to do with like my gifts and things, and one of them was basically just being yourself and not caring about what other people think. Like don't worry about people worrying or people thinking that you're full of yourself and whatever, blah blah blah. Like basically all these things were like lining up, and I was getting like incredible reviews from people and like loads of like skincare orders, and I felt like the most like content I'd felt in a long time. And then I woke up today, checked my order ring. My order ring tells me that I've had like the most under recovered and fatigued and whatever I've been in a long time, and I just feel pants. But I'm determined to change this about. And actually Mum's requested a coffee from SPACEGOODSSOCIETYMELANIE, so that is what I'm going to get. I'm just walking. You know when you put something off for forever and then you realise there was a reason you were putting it off for forever. And I was saying to Mum, I bet it'll be like one of those tasks where I've been putting it off but it'll actually only take me 5 minutes. No. I'm actually glad that I started doing it today, because I was going through the email and the deadline's actually the 14th of December. And I know it's technically only the 1st of October, but that will come round in absolutely no time. The 1st of October, 31st of October. So basically, White Rabbit is certified by the Cruelty Free International Leaping Bunny Programme. The similarities in names is just a coincidence. But basically that means that we are declaring that, you know, we're not tested on animals, none of the ingredients we use in our products are tested on animals, and so on and so forth. I find it quite confusing because animal testing has been banned in the UK for I don't know how long, so I don't really understand why it would be different. It's a bit like the whole like vegan thing, like you get some products that are like vegan and some products that aren't. It would be different if there was that kind of distinction, but because it's like a blanket ban, I don't really understand why we need to declare it. But anyway, that's the sideline. So actually back in, I think it was June, I had an audit, and we basically failed the audit because I was using things like old forms and that some of my suppliers hadn't sent back declarations and blah 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 blah. So I had printed off the email that Leaping Bunny sent me with like finalising the audit process. I printed off the actual audit itself, which is like 16 pages long, and I have just went, so I use Asana to organise like my tasks. I say organise, use that word loosely. I know a lot of people use Notion, and I have been thinking about moving over to Notion, but it just seems like a faff. Anyway, to try and keep myself right, I have created a new task in Asana, and then I have just put in some subtasks. So I've done that. I have signed the declaration thing. Then I'll need to go through the audit paperwork and then put subtasks under audit actions. But there's some that I can hopefully do, and then like for this one, for example, sending the template, I want to just double check the suppliers that I'm using, and then I'll put like subtasks of each so I can mark off each supplier as I send it. Under this one, revise supplier monitoring system document, and then put, I don't know where I'm going to put that on the website, but we will work that out at some point. And then I need to so these are all the attachments I need to go through and check, and it's most definitely not going to take me, I'd assigned like an hour to do this. I think it's going to take me all afternoon, to be honest. And I thought I was doing that thing of like, right, I'll eat that frog and I'll get this done first, and then I can move on to other things. I don't think I'm going to have time to move on to other things. But hey ho, such is life. Hello, hi, good, no it's not morning, it's definitely not morning, it's 4:05 on Friday. So good afternoon. I don't know what day it is, or clearly what time it is, or I had my counselling this morning, because normally it's a Wednesday, but she had a funeral on Wednesday, and what was I doing? Anyway, it was this morning. It was fine. That's actually the first one I've had in quite a few weeks, and I was just basically on a bit of a rant about various stuff, including literally as I was driving in to go to my counselling, I had to phone HMRC because I had a voicemail from them saying the PAYE money that you owe us. So of course I was on an actual rant about how, because previously they tried to say that I owed them money and it was actually an error on their behalf. But basically it's just a nightmare. Like, and I want to know who that you complain to about HMRC, because I can see how them as an organisation really specifically impact people's mental health, and not in a good way. Because they are so quick to want to take money from you, but the second they owe you money, so they do actually owe me money. And when I was saying to the guy, well, see that amount that you actually owe me, can you just put that towards, because apparently I ended up, I've not paid PAYE for October or something, I don't know. So I said, can you please just put that towards that? And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I was this close to exploding, and I was trying so hard not to. It was a very great test of my reaction / responding skills. I kind of think I failed probably, to be honest. But anyway, so I was having a rant about that, having a rant about other things. And I'm very aware that, especially since, I don't know if I told you, but I don't have it with me, it's my other phone. I've started using this app called Ahead. And it's specifically regarding anxiety and triggers and whatever, and it's actually really brilliant. You basically, every day, you have to try and keep up like a daily streak, and every day you've got a little kind of bite-sized chunk thing that you go through, like learning about anxiety, like what your triggers are, how you deal with them, blah, blah, blah. And something that I've noticed about myself, especially when it... this is going to sound ridiculously petty. When I am triggered about something, so say for example in the context of like Lee, my partner, if he does something that really annoys me, for some reason my default response has been, and I'm really trying not to, but to put my phone, either turn my phone off or put it on like flight mode, so that if he contacts me, his message won't get through. Because the little gremlin in my head is like, see how he likes it then. And you know how they say about hurt people? Well, I'm obviously, because I've been triggered, I am in a form of hurt. So I want to lash out and I want to whatever. And when I try and think of it, if I flip it round and I try and think, if that was me and he did that to me, I would feel horrific. So I haven't put my phone on flight mode for a long time. But I will be honest and say that today I've left them on, well, not even read, like unread. And I can't even exactly really tell you why he's bugged me, but he's really bugged me and I don't really want to. And clearly he's not that bothered about speaking to me, because we haven't spoken for about 3 hours. And I realise now, saying this out loud, how ridiculous that sounds. And him being a man, he's probably just going about his day not really thinking anything of it, but I'm like, I'm not going to message you back. So I've got this is my work phone, and I'm just going to, I did training there, so I'm going to, a man's just pulled up next to me and he's going to get out of his car. He doesn't know it, but he's going to be on my vlog. I trained a bit there, so I don't know what is going on with my resting heart rate, recovery, whatever, but my Aura ring keeps shouting at me and telling me that I'm very under recovered. And I'd said, oh, he's got a new car. It's a guy that goes to the gym. Nice. I'd said to Meg that ideally I want to have this weekend off, and I just feel like I need at least 2 days back to back of like rest to try and sort whatever is going on with this resting heart rate and under recovery. So she said, like, my new program is very lower body heavy. It's basically like 4 days of lower body in various forms. 2 of the days are specifically glute days, and I was meant to be doing glutes too, but she just said, no, don't do that, especially if you've trained lower body yesterday. You need to ideally have like at least a 1 day recovery in between, which has given me a headache in itself, trying to plan out with like clients and whatever else. And I know I don't always need to have clients in when I come in and train, and I know it's only Stewarton, it's only like 15 minutes away, but like, it's just a pain. I would rather just kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But anyway, so she said, if you want to train, do like one of your old upper body programs. But as it turns out, I kind of just made it up as I went along, and I can feel the fatigue. Like, I definitely feel run down. So basically that was a very long way of telling you that I'm sitting outside to eat my post-workout and watch a YouTube video. And then I've got Caroline first at 5. It's now 4:10. Caroline and then Sam. And then I'm going to go home and, I was going to say chill, but that's another chill. I'm going to go home and, what have I got to do? Oh, I need to pick the giveaway winner for the Melanie method. And try and do as little as possible.
Want to attract wealth effortlessly? Your bedroom setup.
Guys, I cannot tell you how happy I am right now. I've manifested a chippy. So I was talking to my client Caroline, and she was asking me about what I was going to have for tea, and I think she mentioned something about, I don't know if they were getting a chippy for tea or whatever. And I was like, oh, I could really go one. Like, I think I might need to get one on the way home. And then Gary he come up to me at one point and he went, I'm just going to go and grab a Chinese for my tea. Do you want anything? And I was like, do you know what I really fancy? A chippy. And then, but I was like, don't go out your way, blah blah blah. Long story short, he bought me a chippy and a bottle of red cola, God love him, and it's so good, and I am buzzing because I'm going to make a cup of tea and sit down and eat this, and I am so excited. I have drowned it in salt, which is how it should be if you ask me, and I'm just, yeah, that's what you call manifestation, no way. Yeah. Where are you hiding? Changing my bed sheets. Harry was... Oh, the verdict is still out on this earthen sheet, by the way. I've decided to put it like across the bed instead of like up and down. I have been having quite intense dreams, which has been interesting. What are you doing? Did you jump up and get that camera?
Really fast? No, the flash shirt is because it's Friday, but it's nice when things work out.
It's good to stretch your muscles before you run.
All right.
All right, let's start with a toe touch. Okay, you do it.
I am doing it.
Oh, wow, good job.
So my book haul has been uploaded. I'm meant to be resting, but I've decided to pull all the books out of, well, they were from before, but I've decided to pull all my books out of this bookcase, and then need to decide what ones I want to keep in there and what ones I want to put in here and in this one. I've put all my Skullduggery Pleasant books down there. I haven't started reading that yet, and I don't know when I'm ever going to get around to it, so I've decided to put that in here. This is my immediate, in inverted commas, TBR cart, so these are all the books that I want to read in the next wee while. I'm nearly finished the one on my Kindle called On Wings of Blood, and I'm really enjoying it. I don't know, I'm presuming because it's an arc, there won't be any other ones relating to it immediately now. And I was just having a wee look and trying to see, because I've had to, I tried to keep it all neat, but I've had to like stuff some down the side. So I might do the thing of counting up how many books are in this, and then doing like a random number generator. Because already I was looking at these and I was like, I have no idea what I want to read. I really want to read When Noon Hatched. I really want to read this one, Long Live Evil. I want to read them all, really. Oh, and we also had an incident earlier on where I had to rescue a mouse in a Tupperware that Harry brought in. I managed to catch it. But he's away back out now, so it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up bringing another one in. Well, hello there. Happy Sunday. How are we doing? This has been a really quick day already. I'm pleased to report I'm feeling, I would say, almost back to normal. I had a good sleep last night. I actually took some, I had ran out of my magnesium glycinate, I think they're called, supplements a wee while ago. And I'm wondering if that's part of the reason that my sleep's been impacted. So I had got some delivered through Amazon yesterday. Good old Amazon Prime. And I have to say my sleep was a lot better. It was very like a lot more sound. Does that make sense? Probably not the right English. And my Aura ring is still saying that I'm on the way to recovery. So at least it's not shouting at me anymore. But Emma, who does my lashes, she's not long away actually. I've just had something to eat. It's about 2:20 right now. So she did my lashes, which I don't know what it had. I suppose it had been about just over 3 weeks since I'd last got them done, but I was like, they were coming out, like my actual lashes. I think this was like, Emma was saying in the change of seasons as well, you can kind of shade your lashes a bit more. But I am Don't know if you can see, but I'm lashed up. And I'm actually on the way. I'm going to head to Stewarton because the little coffee shop that I sometimes go into, they've got a rewards card and I'm due a free coffee. So I'm going to get my coffee from there, and then I'm actually meeting my client Gemma at the... Actually, I need to... Well, I remember. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, and I need... Wait a minute. Bear with. Let's move this out of the way. I'm meeting my friend and client Gemma at the gym because she's getting back into photography and she's asked if I will be her model. So I'm taking some changes of clothes as well. Also finishing my cup of tea. Oh, I finished my book on my Kindle this morning, and I don't know if I'd showed you. I've just basically bunged loads. I need to sort this out. But I did finally finish sorting out my books in the living room and stuff. So this is my official to be read cart, and I've started reading The Six of Crows, but I've printed out the wrong things. Right, I need to be... That's a waste of paper. Yeah, I finally... So there are still books here, but these are actually ones that I'm thinking of selling or putting on Vinted or whatever. Because if I'm honest with myself, I'm probably never going to read. And these are books that I'd like to get round to reading at some point. More so like than the ones that are through in the... And at least we've got like, you know, like CDs together. Rather than the way that Dad had just bunged them in. But, what was I looking for? A tripod? Oh my god. This is what I mean about distraction. Right, I'm going to go. I'll probably see you next to the gym. My vlog camera. I do vlogs on YouTube. This is Gemma. Inception. Hello gorgeous people. It's 9:20 and I managed to get my food prep done. I am just going to... What am I going to do? I want to be in bed by 10. I can't decide what I want to put my... Where are my glasses? My sexy numbers. Oh yeah. Why does everyone else manage to wear these and make them look alright and I just look... Anyway, maybe this should be the thumbnail. I am signing off. Thank you for watching. Thank you always for watching. It means so much to me. And if you're not subscribed yet, please do, because I've gained a few new subscribers. Hi! And there's always room for plenty more. So I'm going now, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!